not the unity which discourages dissent. We need dissent. We need a creative dissent. Our voices are not raised in any harmonious chorus, but our differences are differences of empathy.
Fascinating things about this new cybernetic or electronic universe that we are creating is that many of the ethical rules and the moral postures and even the legal limitations of the material world don't work anymore.
You ever heard the expression, information wants to be free? That's the slogan of the computer underground.
Information wants to be free.
Access to computers and anything which might teach you something about the way the world works should be unlimited and total. Always yield to the hands-on imperative. All information should be free. Mistrust authority. Promote decentralization.
Information wants to be free.
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 Damn. Emmeline, you talking nugs? I was just nugging. I did the educated, the Galaxy Brain thing and went to McDonald's on my way home. Feels good, man. Feels real good. So, as I recall, last we left Shenmue, I met an ancient master and he told me to find a mirror for him, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm pretty sure I remember being in the dojo, like you had to take some scrolls off the wall or something like that. I got 2 boxes of caramel that I can't eat. The game doesn't let you do that. So, gotta wait for the sequel. I don't even know if you can do the sequel. Is this the new Cyberpunk? Yeah, maybe? It's interesting to hear people, there's been a gang of people that are like, I just don't get Shenmue, which I totally understand. But when it comes to like downtime, I wonder how Cyberpunk will be paced. Because Witcher, it had moments of downtime. It could be slow, but it was meant to be.
Ine-san?
Yes?
The world was big.
Well, about that day.
And the slowness mostly just conveyed the scope of the world, which
want to think about
played into the value of the experience.
Slowness
in this game is kind of slowness for just slowness' sake.
Fukuhara-san was looking for you. Huh?
Shit, this is too early for this shit. Bong. Well, I guess somebody else said his name, so he must be real. What's up, Tezuko? I'm playing the least quintessential game ever. Cyberpunk has Shenmue voice acting? That'd be sweet. I wonder what these people are doing now. Like, right now, what are they doing? Friday night, whatever time zone they're in. They probably live in Japan, though.
That phone number was for Amihama.
Yeah, we're done with that. I thought I hit B, but I guess it didn't. Even though it works for Elder Scrolls and Fallout, I hope Cyberpunk just isn't Witcher with guns. I mean, it depends how fundamental you want to get with that. Theoretically, the stories in Cyberpunk
Thank you, Ine-san.
will be rooted in a world that has different problems and different structure than Witcher's. Witcher, like, a lot of its stories were basically like Wild West type stories. What happens in a world with no law? And they did a really good job. You felt like you were in the wild a lot. I guess it was both. It was like the wilds and it was politics. So it kind of hit the two ends of pre-internet living. I wonder. Yeah, I do wonder. What angles Cyberpunk will take. Jesus Christ.
Fuchs-san.
It's impressive how long every single action takes in Shenmue. It definitely, I mean, that's the whole point of the game. So there's no reason to rush it.
What is it, Fuchs-san?
Any guilty pleasure games?
I'm sorry. I told Ine-san.
What did you tell her?
I told her what you're doing. I told her everything I know.
I guess...
You what?
Oh shit, you tattled, you bitch. I guess... The only sort of guilty pleasure game I have is the one that I've already played a ton and continue to play in lieu of other games.
I'm really sorry.
No, I don't really have one that feel guilty about playing or anything.
Do you know anything about the Phoenix Mirror?
It's okay.
The Phoenix
I play a lot of probably way more Final Fantasy XIV than I should.
No, I've never heard him say anything about a mirror.
Have you on the show Fun Apartment?
Really? Ine-san might know
We've upgraded since then.
Okay. Let's go ask her.
Hey, J. Cruz. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Jesus Christ, weird. I think a new Red Dead trailer. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know.
Son talks very loud, doesn't he?
Part of me is like, I already know I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it and play it.
I just heard the two.
Watching the trailer is just gonna make me more excited. It's easier to just be numb.
We were talking.
I should watch it.
Yes, I'm sorry.
If anything, Rockstar games, they just make good trailers.
Oh, it's okay.
No, it wasn't. But then, who could tell the son of Iwao Hazuki to stay out of trouble? I hate to say it, but...
Oh, thank you, Kaiden.
I feel like I'm letting your father down.
I will try to have a good stream.
I'm sorry for making you worry so much.
I gotta go kill a Chinese guy.
I don't
Any
know
special drink today? Not really, no. Just water.
But there was one thing I recall. It wasn't that long ago when Hazuki-sensei went to an antique shop to have something stored for him.
I got your name right? Glad to hear it.
I don't know what it was.
I try to hit names when I can.
Important.
It matters to people. I love all the freaking out about Red Dead 2 showing gameplay, as though that'll be a problem. Freaking out at them...
Antique shop.
You mean them not showing gameplay? Not showing gameplay, yeah, okay. I just wonder, like, have people not seen Rockstar game trailers before? They don't do that. They just never do that. There's no reason. They put out cinematic trailers, is what they do. Okay, so actually I take that back. They put out two kinds of trailers, and neither of which are technically a gameplay trailer. There's like, there's cinematic trailer, which is like, great song, cool pace, good editing. And then they'll have like, a trailer with narration, like VO, that tells you about the product. It's like, Grand Theft Auto is a game that takes place in the fictional city of Los Santos. In Grand Theft Auto, there are many activities in which to participate. You can go golfing, driving, and even maybe rob a bank. Like, that's kind of what they sound like. And while it like shows gameplay, it's not gameplay. It's still an edited video, but with a dude just telling you what the game's about. So, I don't get. I mean, if these people all came in on GTA 5, sure. Like maybe you don't know the routine, but that's just not how Rockstar promotes their stuff. And clearly they're very good at promotion, so maybe they know what they're doing. I don't know. That stuff's weird. When everyone's just like, why isn't it exactly what I thought it was going to be? Because they didn't ask you? They made the thing that they wanted to make, and you weren't there? So why would you expect it to just match your whims? It is an oddly common human thing, though. This movie isn't what I thought it would be, therefore it is bad. I guess if something is marketed differently, now That's some bullshit. Tail Worlds isn't going to be at E3, and it bums me out personally. What is Tail Worlds? I haven't heard of that. I remember the first Red Dead trailers like that. Yeah, Packers. They do this for every game.
Ine-san,
Yes.
had my father been going to that antique shop long?
Yes. Sensei and Oishi-san have known each other for a long time. Is that so? You should stop by and see if your father had anything kept there. I'll do that. Thank you.
Oh, Mountain Blade devs, they've been working on Stable the Warband for 6 years? Jesus. Segue. What is happening? My, my Dreamcast does this awesome thing where it just occasionally slows down. Just occasionally clicks into half speed. Then I gotta tab out of my real Dreamcast window and back in to fix it. Bannerlord will never come out if Tail Worlds isn't at E3. Oh. Max Payne 3 trailer's doing it also? Oh yeah. Max Payne 3 multi. Yeah. That's typically how they do it. Like the cinematic trailer for the story part of the game. And then the narrated trailer for the gameplay part. I thought it was interesting. Max Payne 3 just did not catch the multiplayer. It was good. Just, I guess nobody thinks about third-person shooters as being multiplayer viable. Even Rockstar couldn't make it go. People just don't think about it. Hey, Kutnaga. MSL Noir? Yeah, I never finished that. Barely even started it. Just got through the tutorial, basically. What? We got cutscenes? Oh wait, this cat had to go like 10 days without getting fed. God,
You and I have a lot in common. Our parents died on the same
Oh, Fargo Brady. Thank you for the sub. Hold on. I'm gonna play a song.
Ryo,
Ooh.
Oh, Nozomi.
what were you talking
You
about?
scared my cat away.
Nothing.
You always say nothing. You never tell me anything anymore.
It's not like that. It's just...
I understand. But you need to talk to me, okay?
Okay.
What's up, Oranges?
Take care of yourself. See ya.
Okay, well, it's a weird and awkward conversation. She just came up, chewed me out about not talking to her, and then left before I could say anything. Weird. Begone, cat, scaring thought. That's essentially what happened. You scared my cat away, and then you just chewed me out for no reason. I agree it was weird and awkward. Is I like it. It's just realistic. How most of my social interactions go. The thing that I like evaporates in front of me, and then I'm chewed out for some reason that I don't understand. I'm sorry, you guys were hearing all that. I didn't mute the thing properly. Well, you got an early taste. I'm gonna play this song as a sub hype, in case you couldn't figure that out. So, Fargo Brady, thanks for subbing. I'm gonna play this song now, properly. And guess that's what's described as dream pop. I'm into it. It's good for really having some thoughts. You like the game zone? Hell yeah. That's just the first phrase that came into my mind when I was like, what text should I scroll here? I initially thought I was going to use it as an overlay just to like do game setup and stuff, since I can't really my setup changed, so I don't have quite the control over what's shown and what isn't. Sounds like Grimes? Yeah, it does sound like Grimes. No, it's a group called Beach House. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So that was mostly to cover just like configuring shit, just as like an overlay. I guess another story trigger. Demon dog.
Oh. No way! You're working with Landy? If I was...
I remember this dude being a badass. What's this? What is up?
Why, you...
AMDC. This dude wants to fight so bad. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Alright. I saw you fall into the concrete. That's weird. This dude's hitbox is like weirdly huge. I can't tell if I'm supposed to... Ow. Alright, well, whatever.
If I continue, then I'll fail as your bodyguard.
Nice.
A bodyguard? Father told me to guard you. What? Calm down. If you don't live, it'll be a problem for us. What you mean? You still don't realize your role, do you? If Lan-Di gets that mirror, no one can stop him.
What? So like an infinity stone? What the hell?
Hurry, and find that mirror.
When's your birthday? Are you talking to me or someone else?
Before they suspect anything.
Do you think I will ever be lucky enough to get a Super Mario RPG remaster? Odds are very low, I think, Fargo. I mean, it's on Virtual Console. Oh, yeah.
Landy-sama, the Phoenix Mirror?
I forgot about that dude. Is Shenmue worth going back to play? I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time. It's weird. I would not recommend it, but I'm having a good time. So yeah. I'm asking when's your birthday? Oh, it's a secret. Oh, Bulldozer? Oh, you're capping. Never mind. I thought it was actually your birthday.
Sumiya-san.
Hi, Ryo. What are you up to?
Dr. Pig.
Over to the
I'm not sure how long I'm going to stream.
You mean the one across from the lunchbox stand?
It's whenever I get tired, I guess.
You can never tell if they are open or not. It's a kind of weird little shop, wouldn't you say?
I guess so.
Wait. Lunchbox stand, like the one in the harbor? Because there was an antique store in the other place. I don't remember the name of the area. This one. Can you play through El Noir and tell us your thoughts on depictions of racism in the game? Oh, is that what you guys were getting a little testy about? Do you mean like whether it should be in there or not? I think... Well, I think whatever Rockstar did was probably in the best interest of the product. It's an interesting question. If you're making something set in a historical time period, do you have a responsibility to be accurate about that time period? I think the answer is not really, no. It's a nice thought, but I don't think it should be... I don't think it should be considered a virtue. If it's a creative work. So isn't there a... Now that doesn't mean rewrite history or whatever. Because that's different. But if it's an entertainment product, I think the standard of accuracy is lower for stylistic sake. But that's also a subjective thing. Yeah. It's a product, all right? It's an entertainment product in the end, so if you don't like it, you just don't buy it. That's all you gotta do. All right, where? Antiques Buncado. Is that not the one? There's no other antique place, I don't think. I think I got stuck here because I thought that was it. But... I guess, though, it's interesting, though. The atmosphere seems to be more like now, if you don't like something or if you like something, you have to sort of... Now you have to take to the field. You gotta argue about it. Because if you're just quietly buying or not buying, that apparently isn't enough anymore, because everyone else is so vocal. It's almost like it's expected. Oh, this place. So is there a lunchbox place here? Is that what this is? Oh, okay, it is that place. Right on. Depicting racism isn't the same as being racist. Yeah, I agree with that. I think glossing over the racist tones of that era is even more disrespectful. It's a fine thought to have.
Excuse me.
Ooh. I think that's a totally valid thought. So, don't buy or consume products that disagree with your sensibilities.
That's a delightful sound, don't you agree?
But I think you'd be very hard-pressed to make that point...
Butterfly woman.
To argue that that point should be the truth for everyone. That's when it starts to get a little off, you know? Or to say that someone was wrong for not making something a certain way.
Hazuki Sensei's... Oh my... That was a terrible thing.
Hello, Dr. Pig.
Your father...
If it's a work of fiction and there isn't any reason to depict racism, why should you be required to?
At Sensei's request.
I think it's because the fear that people will forget. So a person in good moral standing should have the responsibility to remind everyone that bad things are bad.
So I put it here.
I can see that, but I think it's a little harder to say that, like, to tell someone else they have a responsibility to do a thing. Like, if you want to do that, do it yourself. Make a game.
Asked me to polish and look after it for him.
They're the ones making it. So, I can get saying it's not for me because of this, but saying it should have been done this way is a little rough.
They turn 18.
They're spending the money and the time on it.
I gather this antique has been passed down from generation to generation.
My car jizzed on my foot now. What the fuck? Oh, your cat. Ew. How? What a conversation, right? What is the conversation right now? Oh, I think it's...
Father.
I think it's about the,
if there's any
responsibility or...
Please let me know.
Objective goodness in accurately representing
always there for me.
Negative issues in the past. When the assumption is that doing so could help the present.
Anything else that he asked
I think
you
that's
to hold for him?
the backwards and forwards of it. What's up, boy Jordy?
Anything else?
Like a mirror, called the Phoenix Mirror.
A Phoenix Mirror? Sorry, I don't know of any mirror.
Well, that's okay.
Rockstar games are pretty realistic. GTA is very much a satire, but it felt as though L.A. Noire, and to a lesser degree Red Dead Redemption, prided themselves on recreating the atmosphere of both these settings. I mean, they may have prided themselves in it, but I think everyone owes it to themselves to remind them what is entertainment and what is not. Because I think there is bleed over. People do think that the world works like entertainment sometimes. They act to scripts in their own heads. Especially, this is kind of a younger person thing. The younger you are, the more you tend to think entertainment is a reflection of real life.
I'm looking for someone who knows antiques well.
You consume so much of it.
Know anyone?
It's just in your head.
Oh, then why don't
it's the patterns you see.
The antique shop. It's right behind you.
Bitch, I just came out of the antique shop.
Thank you.
Really random. Let's see here. Are you interested in the book Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, specifically the audiobook? I have the long-lost 3rd edition read by Fred Major, who passed away. Version's not available anywhere for purchase. I have the book on Kindle. I started it. I got a little ways into it. It was good. I enjoyed it. It seemed to have that angle of, like, figuring out the world and the rules of it, and, like, what kind of magical shit is in this world and how much of it. Kind of neat. feel like for the 50s, it did a pretty decent. Did pretty decent showing the casual racism that was both in law enforcement and society. Yeah, I mean, so also consider none of us in chat playing whatever. I'm gonna step on a limb and say none of us were there in the 50s. So I think it also comes when you realize then that it's feeling versus feeling of how much you feel it was accurate. If there are history scholars in chat, if you can say, hey, I spent the time, I did the research, or I'm just a general 50s nut, so, you know, exposure counts, I think, but I'm certainly no 50s scholar. Are these new tapes? You don't know my life. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm admitting, basically. But you're right, Alpha Millennial. So, did some casual research, it's pretty accurate. Yeah, that's more than I did. I don't know. I think if we're comparing our like personal interpretations of the 50s to that's cool, they put up banners, to what our imaginations say about L.A. Noire, then that gets real weird when you start making points about how something should be made. Because it's, for me, honestly, the 50s, my concept of that is based off of media. So I'm really just comparing media I've consumed to media that I've consumed, is really what that statement means. I am not in any way qualified to talk about the history or the accuracy of any kind of historical thing. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Noriko.
What's up?
How long can I just leave it? Nope.
Know anybody who knows antiques really well?
Nope. Sure don't.
I see. Know anyone familiar with antiques?
I wouldn't know.
I see. See you around.
What if I ask her the exact same
Not
question
for now.
again? She might remember. Amazing. Oh, you were in honors history all throughout high school? Pretty big history buff. I respect it, but I never had the patience for history. The older I get, the more I like it, though. Just because it's more... helps me understand the human condition more. Not that I ever will, but... It does provide some level of comfort to know that people don't change. It's also kind of depressing. But it's a little bit of both, I guess. It's a mind freak. Instead of looking for an item in the store, I went home and 3D printed it. That is awesome. That is totally a mind freak. What were you looking for? Steph bought these like foot pads for a table. Since we have hardwood now, we wanted like little pads to keep it from scratching. And they were 3D printed because they were for like custom table legs. So you can basically order anything for anything, and some dude will just 3D print it and mail it to you. It's awesome.
Hey, mister! Let's play baseball!
Some other time, okay?
I was awful at math, so it felt good to be good at something. That's awesome. What are you drinking tonight? Just water. I might get something in a minute. We have like these beer, essentially beer things. It's just super diluted vodka with like fruit flavoring. So it's basically like a La Croix vodka thing. Pre-canned. Not bad. Just started third shift job. I'm glad to catch one of your streams this week. Ooh. Oh, I didn't actually feed the cat. Because the cat got scared away by fucking Nozomi. Coming around here, calling me out on my bullshit. Seagram's Tropicals? No? Good guess, though. I'll pet this cat.
Are you cold? Mimi, are you cold? I bet you remember me, don't you?
God. But I still had fish. Oh, we'll go with this. He doesn't have a can opener.
You hungry? Here.
Look, Dill. She must want to.
Yeah, she'll recover faster if she eats.
You're right. Thanks, Dill.
Is this a busted ROM or part of the game? It's definitely not part of the game. No, it's a quirky emulator. That's like shitty creepypasta. I mean, yeah, basically. We've made the world's first creepypasta generating AI. You just like pour a cup of coffee on the back of a Dreamcast while it's running Shenmue and... See you, boy.
Buxan.
Yes?
God,
This was at the antique shop.
Busted, lame-ass, bitch-ass broom.
Let's see. It's a sword handguard.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is so awesome. Damn it.
It was my father's. It's a part of my inheritance.
I see.
I found a note said that this was mine.
Have you seen this
it's mine
before?
now.
Like this design.
He's pointing at it.
It might be a family crest. Have you asked Ine-san?
No, not yet.
That's a Michael
Well,
Bay
you should ask
camera
her.
for a very boring line of dialogue.
I think she's in the altar room.
He's sweeping
Thanks.
the dirt? I think so. Hold up. I think he's... It looked like he was brooming dirt onto the path. This old broad doesn't get around much. She's usually pretty easy to find. Loving this. Sounds like everyone's been dropped on their head as a baby. The ground is soft in Japan. What if to prolong life someone 3D prints an artificial housing for our brain until tech catches up? I mean, that'd be cool. Like a fake skull? And then at that point, couldn't you just 3D print a body? Hello, Pi. I'm just gonna call you Pi. My Twitch star is on the rise. I don't think it could endure a slip of a vowel. You've thought about buying a 3D printer kit. They go for about 200. I actually haven't. It doesn't seem like the tech is to the place where I would get a whole lot of use out of it just yet, but it's close. Maybe I would find reasons to use it. I bet a lot of people end up... Oh wait, there's moves on the wall there. How do I learn that? Punch guard. Down, back, forward, punch guard. The fact that they separate it out to like... Or is it grab? I don't know. It's like... Oh, it's Virtua Fighter. That's why, yeah. I was like, man, that seems really similar to Virtua Fighter. I've never liked Virtua Fighter. Can you 3D print friends? Ooh! We're in the Dark Hazuki household now. Turning off that light put us in Silent Hill. Gonna fight a big, like... A big demon shaped like Ryo's dad, except it's upside down and has boobs. Silent Hill rules. What is this, a talking room? Oh, library? God. I could see if I were born like 100 years earlier, I would be so excited to just go to my reading room and spend the entire day in there reading all my books. People are hollering. Just read that article. Digicala doesn't eat pussy on principle. Thoughts? He can do whatever he wants. I do not have the time or the motivation to finger wag some rapper for saying a thing. He's not a rapper. Wait, is he? Is he a producer? I guess both. Wish I had a reading room. There you are, Jesus. She was hiding. She's just so quiet. He's too busy eating everything else. Ooh, that's a bomb. That's nice. I like that.
A sword handguard.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Trust.
Asa, do you know anything about this?
He's a producer hype man. Okay.
A snow ring, 2 stars, and a sword. That's the Hazuki family crest. And that mirror you're looking for, I wonder if there's a connection. Maybe your father left us a clue.
Off the Millennial? Yeah, so...
Snow ring, 2 stars.
You said as someone who collects figures, I would love to just print them instead of waiting for Amazon? The collectibles like Funko, they have to be shitting themselves, right? Don't...
Thanks.
That entire industry is like 10 years away from being in everyone's home, right? I never thought about that. Yeah, you're about to be murdered. This Twitch stream will take your soul. Ugh. They sound like the Deadly Premonition zombies. They do! They do! I was trying to think, like, it did seem familiar. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Alright. Thought I was going nuts. No. That is a good prank, though. Chat could just be like, what do you mean? No, it sounds fine for me. I'll be like, no, it's... What are you talking about? It sounds normal. People are like, no, I know. It's like they sound like they're demons or some shit. I'm like, demons? What the fuck are you talking about? This is Shenmue. Like, I know it's an old game, right? The voice acting is not so good, but that's kind of the charm. And they're like, no, 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 you don't understand. Like, it sounds really, really bad. I'm like, yeah, okay. Really bad seems like an overstatement. I get it if it's not your thing. Like, I know that voice acting's gotten better. Just fucking bullshit them for an hour. Bong it up. Yes. That's how we make ghosts happy in this house.
Where's the Phoenix mirror?
Oh shit. We summoned a demon. Let's get you back up there. Shrine sim. Oh yeah. Wait, this hallway does nothing, right? Whoa, wait, there's another door there. That is such a weird hallway. Why is that even in this house? This hallway does nothing. It does nothing. I was always so confused by this part. So, there's this, like... It's a fucking hallway. It's got a basket in it. That's it. There's some, like, towels in here, I think. Oh. Fuxan's key, I guess. But it connects these 2 rooms. But there's already a hallway connecting these rooms. And it's an exterior hallway. So all it's going to do is get really hot. Like, why is it here? It's just taking up lawn space. Does nothing. This house is weird. How did he reach that? Sweet. It's the practicing karate hallway. Yeah, okay, that works. Get some fresh air. I buy it. I buy it. This game is great. Marked as an insulation barrier during the winter. I didn't think about that. Fenris, that makes sense. Like I thought the hallway itself would get cold. But yeah, it could work as an insulation gap between the outside and these, cause these are, they're not necessarily bedrooms, but no, that I buy it. I buy it. And maybe it's like, well, it's the 80s. They had insulation then. And like maybe this house is so ancient that it was built before people would put insulation in walls. On this stream, I rant about architecture. I'm just saying. People got to think about this stuff. If we can be mad at LA Noire for something. I mean, think of it this way, right? Shenmue is perfect in every way. So, in order to give a balanced representation of the game, I have to call out its failures as well as its successes. It'd be like a porch in the summer, except that it'd be closed in. There'd be no wind. Be no open air. Shit, I'm out of water. I really need to learn to mute Discord. I think there was an extended discussion about that hallway in the Insert Gaming Shenmue gameplay. Really? Was it the same thing? Just people complaining about a meaningless hallway? Ooh, that feels good. I'm gonna go get water. So I'll be back in a moment. What is the name of those tables that Japanese people have that had a heater? I don't know. I've always wanted one of those though. Or like you sit under the blanket around it and then the heater's on the inside so you like your legs get toasty. Just set Discord to turn on stream mode automatically. I thought it was on. Who cares? Alright, I'll be back in a minute.
Holistically minded cyberpunks have developed designer foods and vitamins to promote learning, psychic flexibility, and increase the mind's bandwidth. When penetrating a secure system or making a run, a cyberpunk needs to be highly alert. The slightest entry error could mean disaster. These uncontrolled substances descend from the psychotropic experimentation of the 60s. Legal drugs that make one smarter. Can anyone afford to just say no? Is this the face of the future? Will mind machines and vitamins replace heroin and crack?
Drugs are the illicit drugs of the future will probably reflect in some way what the future society is about. So what if someone came up with a drug that made you a little bit smarter? Didn't do anything, just made you, raised your IQ 50 points. Could you afford not to take it? Having taken it, would you like to go back? It'd be 50 points stupider. I mean, it's something, and that could be maybe, that's a possibility in a way, something that would, speed up the synaptic flow and just make you really, really sharp. It's yeah, that would be an interesting one. It's sort of like, it would be like steroids for stockbrokers.
The cyberpunk movement labors ceaselessly to bring the promise of Gibson's visions to fruition. Almost as soon as they were published, cyberpunks concretized these concepts, rendering them in stark, shuddering hues. Still, there are a few things which technology cannot yet provide for. For instance, Gibson's concept of microsurgical implants, or biosorps. In the novel, some characters had small plugs behind their ears which read a microfiche code and could endow them with skills or abilities they would not otherwise possess.
Top Gun, the real story, a thrilling new home video. Fly with the Navy's Top Gun, Commander Duke Cunningham, in actual air-to-air combat.
I was lucky enough to shoot down 5 enemy MiGs in the skies over North Vietnam.
From the safety of your own home, watch America's top fighter pilots train under very real conditions with very real dangers.
We've had a mid-air, repeat, we've had a mid-air.
See and hear the real Top Guns in action.
Get a bogey, 6 o'clock for us.
This home video is a shocking reminder that life-threatening situations are a way of life to a Top Gun. live at twice the speed of sound on Top Gun, the real story. A home video you'll never forget.
I suppose you're wondering why you're here. It's simple. You're the best. At least I think you are. You've already figured out that if this weren't important, you'd still be in
so much cool shit in this world. So much. I should play Tech War. I never actually played it. I always used to see a copy of it in the half-price books my parents would take me to. The box looked cool as hell. Like, I had an NES, and I would see the box for Tech War. And I was like, fuck, this looks cool! And I was like, I know William Shatner's kind of lame, but this looks cool as shit! I mean, for me when I was 8. That was also kind of what got me infatuated with PC gaming, actually, is seeing boxes in a used bookstore. And, like, looking at the back and just being like, this is so much more game. Like, what you can get away with a mouse and keyboard is something special. What? This song is singing to my 2-week-old? It's really ska reggae? Cool. I'll check that out. Yeah, I mean, Ethan, it was like... I mean, an NES game, it's like... It's a screen and a dude and then maybe another thing shooting at him. A screenshot from a PC game at that time, like, half the screen was buttons and menus and text and... way more than boop! Like, that was NES. It was just boops. This was whole shits. Giant whole shits. Where are you at? Put it in. Slot that shit in, dude. What are we doing? Hit. Is it? Oh, it's not the right one. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. There's some shit behind one of these. I'm pretty. Yep. I need
What's this spot for?
I don't like that with the sword. Pretty sure. Do I have to keep talking to Fukusan? Or sorry, Ine-san. Because oh no, never mind.
That shape. Why is that here?
See you, Spangenberg. Thanks for the tip. How roughly far into the game are you? Roughly, or rather, how much is left? Angelic Rocker. I am a chunk into disc 2, so I might be like 30 to 40% done. If I were to guess, but I don't remember. I know that there's a section that can be very long. Like, there's a part where you make virtually no progress for a very long time, is what I remember. It may also be hinged on just finding the right person or doing the right thing. Thanks, Dragon. If I want to watch a sci-fi horror between the two? Wait, what? If I want to watch a sci-fi horror between the two, which do I choose? The Cube or the game? Oh, between those two. Cube is good. I don't know the game, though. I like Cube a lot. Cube is really good. Legitimately creepy. And, it's one of those, like, really well-acted, really interesting movies, even though there's not a whole lot in it. The game is Michael Douglas. Oh, that one? I haven't seen that one, but now I know the movie you're talking about. I never watched the other Cubeses. There were a lot of them. Ooh. Gotcha.
Ine-san.
Ryo-san, I don't wish to meddle, but please don't do anything reckless. Okay, thanks. See you later, Ine-san. Yes.
Christ. Alright. I hit a bit of a roadblock now. Hazuki Family Crest. That's not a lead. That's, that doesn't help. Maybe I go back to the antique store? Because I remember this game starts getting like this. It just stops telling you what to do. It stops even hinting what you should do. Why was it so distorted? That's just a interesting quirk of the emulator that I'm using. So, apologies. It does that every now and then. Fuck. can't I read this? Might be a clue. I guess it's not a clue. There's no shit behind these paintings, is there? I don't think. Yeah, I wish I had a better explanation. Believe me, it's just as weird for me too. And this is the best I can get it. Sometimes it's a lot worse. This is actually pretty stable. I'm wondering if there was something in the house that I was supposed to get. Like, I don't remember where the sword is. I genuinely have no idea. I'll probably remember as soon as I find it, but that's not gonna help. This is it, guys. This is real Shenmue right now. Yeah, you really ought to start acting like nothing's wrong with that. Oh wait, I didn't think I opened these top drawers. Well, there we go. Pattern bags. Shit. I'm pretty sure I rooted through all this crap. Whatever, there's still something oddly pleasing about it. Nice. Gotta find the camera obscura. I've wanted to replay Fatal Frame 2. I remember really liking that game. Oh, I never played the one for Wii U. I downloaded it and I started it. It seemed like it was Fatal Frame. I should go back and play that. I think that and Donkey Kong Country Returns are the only two games left that I want to play on Wii U. Since they ported Bayonetta 2. It seems like they're gonna port Wonderful 101, or is that not a thing yet? I remember them tweeting about it, or just kind of like being sassy about it in general. I don't remember exactly. Oh Jesus! When did she come in here? So that's the meaningless hallway. All right. I've explored this wing of the house. Is this game on the same lines as Fatal Frame? Oh no. Fatal Frame is a horror. Alpha Millennial Bayonetta is wonderful. Shit, now I want to replay Bayonetta. I haven't bought it for Switch yet. I told myself I was going to wait until I finish up some other games. Trying to be frugal. Sometimes I think that, and then I also think, fuck it, we're all gonna die someday. That's probably not very responsible, but... And then I buy Mom Hid My Game. I'm like, dang you, Mom, you really did hide my game. Shit, I should play Mom Hid My Game. I think I might do that. I'm gonna toss this house. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fucking toss this place. See if I can find any goddamn long-lost scrolls about my dad or something. I'll look in the dojo. I'll go talk to the antiques guy. And, if I can't figure out what to do next in those steps, I'm gonna go find my game. That's the plan. Wait, shit. What was in the room? On the other side? Nothing? Alright. I did get third-person camera pretty good for as early as it is. I'll give it credit for that. Things are pretty like, visible most of the time. The way the camera sweeps around your nose is pretty good looking. It looks, gives a good angle and stuff. It's kind of easy to take that for granted, but at the time, you know, cameras were much worse, just in general. Just in terms of, like, being too close or too far, clipping through shit. That was still way common. Ooh, the haunted drawer. Gotta check everything. Anyone ask you about Cobra Kai yet? No. I haven't watched it. I was never that huge of a fan of The Karate Kid. And it's a very 80s movie, but it didn't really grab me. I guess like it grabbed a lot of people. There wasn't all that much karate in it, I guess. It sounds dumb. Like, it wasn't... I know it's not about that, but still. I should watch it again. It's been a while. I guess I can look at my room. I already went to Fuxan's room. How many dressers are in this place? It's a house. I should have saved. There's no reason not to save. It's not going to be in my room. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Where the fuck are my car keys to the game? That is exactly what's going on. Jesus. It's like every drawer, every room. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh, thank you for the resub, Jacob. Thank you so much. It's just so realistic. See, this is the thing. I'm glad it doesn't happen so much anymore. But time was, not too long ago, the driving like force, the driving thought in games culture was that games should be realistic. Realism was everything. If you could make a video game that was like real life in every way, you succeeded. People backed off of that. You know, like once Call of Duty came out, I think people were like, okay, realism is not all it's cracked up to be. But it was an interesting phase. And that's the phase this game kind of came out to. It was the belief, I think, that more impressive hardware would lead to a complete simulation of real life in which you could do anything. Like, people wanted the real world. They wanted Westworld, basically. Ugh. No, King Broken, sorry, I don't have a Dreamcast. Fuck. It's actually a really nice jam. There we go. Ugh. Such a turn of the millennium thing to have bottlenecks you may not be able to figure out for hours, and I miss it. Yeah, you're right. I mean, due to a couple things, game design got better, objective markers started happening, but the internet helped a lot too. Most people, I guess, probably had the internet by the 2000s, but I was just barely on that verge.
I can't reach it.
Huh. Can I move something over there? You look super chill right now, wishing you a nice weekend. I feel chill, thank you. Moogdoob 420. Is the sword back? Is the sword up here?
What's this?
Ooh. We did it, boys. Scrolls ahoy.
What's this doing here?
Time to make some grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup for my midnight dinner. These are the things that happen when there's a 2-week-old baby in the house. Oh, man. Well, first of all, congratulations. And yeah, second of all, go enjoy your food. Rest up. Sounds like that is really hard work. Where are you, mysterious scroll? There you are.
I can't read Chinese.
God damn it. Alright. To the park. Oh! I'm a girl, Lawrence. I can't believe this. I'm suing. Why, what did I say? Did I say dude? Or something like that? Call my wife dude. Yeah. I want to believe it now, and if not, I'm trying to do my part to make dude a gender. Oh, we did it, boys. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. There's certain phrases that seem like they have to be said. We did it, we did it, boys, and hit it, boys. You could say hit it, boys, to a orchestra of women, and they should still go da 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 da. Like, you just have to go, and it's not about being male. Oh no, I know you're joking. I'm just saying. This is where I'm coming from. There's certain phrases I really like. I would like to use them with abandon. I'm hoping the rules allow for it, you know. Dude in California is the new plural word of mankind. Man, I think it's broader than that. I think inanimate objects can be dude. I've said dude to, like, tools that have broken. Dude! Like, at the thing. Like, dude! And then you just throw it. That's just like... It can mean a lot. It can mean that's cool, or I don't need this right now. My dog is dude. That's awesome. Dude is an emotion, yeah. It's a state of mind. That, okay, hold up. That shirt has to be in a gift shop somewhere. Dude is a state of mind. Then there's a fucking, like, outline of California. You know what? I was just thinking that there was that old dude in the park, but it's late. I can't get any old people to read a letter at 8 o'clock at night. I better pack it in. Shit. I can't even make it to the arcade. Is this on an emulator? Yeah. I do in retrospect wish I did start it on an actual Dreamcast. I think it would have been worth it. Worth it and more accurate. That's the thing that I feel a little bad about, is when I misrepresent a game, even though it's not my responsibility to be a standard bearer. I just like games to the point that I want to spend the effort to make sure a game is represented as it was made. I guess it's a respect thing. So, what controller am I using? This is a Xbox controller. There's a wireless USB dongle on my PC. Sounds like a cut line from Big Lebowski. I'll take it. I consider that to be a compliment. Is a cat coming from the game, or am I hearing shit? What do you mean? There's no cat in the game. No, there's totally a cat in the game. You have to feed it and pet it. Well, I guess you don't have to pet it or feed it, but you should do both of those things. What, are you, a monster? Would the emulator not be a potentially better showing for the old game? No, so broken, that is a fascinating question. I've wondered about that. If you want to play Final Fantasy VI, like the Super Nintendo Final Fantasy III, how do you do it? There's a number of remakes that change various things. You could play it on an emulator that is running the original ROM with all the filters turned off. You could play it on a console with a controller. You could buy the old console and the old game on an HD TV. You could go to a Goodwill and buy a CRT television with blown out speakers and hook the Super Nintendo to that and play it that way. I think there's an interesting... Video games are weird. I guess movies are kind of like this, but I feel like the equipment has changed so much and can be replicated in so many ways. No, movies, yeah, basically the same, I would say. So, I don't know. I don't know what constitutes original experience or intention. Intended exposure. Like there are a lot of retro games that use sprite flickering because it was a way to fake transparency because of how CRT televisions work. So there are games that depend on the mechanics of that to look a certain way. Holy shit. And they just don't look like that if you play them on a computer display. So it doesn't make as much sense, or it gives you a different image of what the game was intended to look like. It's a super minor thing. The kind of thing that someone who thinks about video games would think about. So yeah, in all of that, I usually make a pretty arbitrary decision about how I want to record and broadcast various bits of gaming hardware. Wait, WBab, what did you ask? Oh, do you suffer from rhinitis? I only ask because rhinitis? Wait, rhinitis. And a lot of people don't get that I'm a fucking faucet. When I get allergies, it's kind of debilitating. I've had allergies that cause my nose to run nearly constantly before. And like sneezing every 30 seconds. Like to the point where it makes your like throat raw, stuff like that. That's the stuff I've had. Maybe it's not
Today's allowance
as bad as yours. I've had days like that. It's not constant though, so I can only imagine. Was it sprite flicker also used as a way to represent more assets on screen the system can handle? Yes, Jacob, you're absolutely right. It was for that too. It was done for multiple reasons. Some of them were unintentional, but not desired. But others were like a hit effect, and like Ninja Gaiden or something, when you take a hit and you flicker. And on a CRT television, it looks more like you're partially transparent. It has the same effect, you know. It visually tells you that you're in a different state for a little bit. Oh yeah, I gotta go find someone who reads Chinese. Actually, wait. Do I want to change games? I'm gonna change games. I played Shenmue a lot lately. You seen the newest Angry Video Game Nerd on Earthbound? No, I don't know that I'm a strong enough person to listen to that game get mocked. Provided he does. That game is I treasure that game. All right, yeah, I'm gonna take a break. And oh yeah, I have my dock over here. I hope it's all plugged in already. I might have to plug some shit in, but I have to find my controller. What's he switching to? Mom hid my game. The most intense and epic Nintendo indie game. Yeah, we're changing games. I brought it up a while ago. I just realized I'd saved the night before, so I'm going to move on for a little bit. He praises and mocks it. Okay. He doesn't really mock it. He makes fun of the inventory, but praises the game. I can see inventory. I can see combat. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. I got to go grab my schniz. Why did I say that? I was going to say shit, and then I was like, I can't say that. There are kids watching. Then I realized I don't care, so I got kind of stuck. Anyway, I'll be back.
Mine. Last month, Miyoshi Nakahara and her family disappeared while sailing a 40-foot wind cruiser around the world and are believed lost. A week later, Nikolai Petrovsky suddenly left his lab and has not been seen or heard from since. It's occurred to me that the disappearances were no accident. Oh, in case you missed the relevance, Nakahara is a Nobel Prize-winning cyberneticist whose forte is the matrix. And Petrovsky is a noted cyberbiologist who's an expert in tech addiction. The connection, if there is one, could be the worst thing to hit this city since the quake of '22. If the tech lords have developed a way to broadcast tech using the matrix, addiction would be universal. I don't intend to let that happen. That's where you come in. Find out if there's a connection and eliminate the threat. Do a good job, and I think I can get you released permanently. Screw up, you're back on ice. Quick, I'm uptown, and I just saw Marty Dollar. Get down here and help me bring him in. You start near Midtown and work your way through the area.